When Trump starts blaming the victims, telling the migrants not to come if they don't like being placed in concentration camps, we see two things at play. One is his total lack of human decency, and the other is his absolute lack of knowledge of American policy and history. But this goes for most Americans as well. Trump is a thug, a narcissist, devoid of the basic human emotions of sympathy, and never having to worry where his next golden toilet will come from, empathy. We're living in a country today where people are arguing what the definition of a concentration camp is, trying to say ours just isn't as bad as others. Auschwitz is not the only example of concentration camps, as we have seen it throughout history, and even in U.S. history. Perhaps iconic in its extreme, but these camps were not invented by the Nazis. There was Andersonville, our camps in the Philippines, the Japanese internment camps, the Devil's Punchbowl, and many others, just here in the U.S. alone. Immigrants who come here are being deprived, not just of basic human rights and their dignity, but the rule of law and their historical responsibility. Regardless of the right of them to be here, separating children from their parents, caging people, denying them the basic necessities of life, especially regarding hygiene, and blaming them for these issues is the hallmark of a depraved human being. The other side of this is the historical context. Why are these immigrants here? What role did the U.S. play in creating the hell from where they're escaping? Unknown, or willingly unknown to most Americans, many of the drug cartels these migrants are escaping were the military officers and government officials who needed a new career path after the dirty wars of Central America ended, which was funded by the U.S., and the torturers, murderers, and extortionists were trained by the School of the Americas in Georgia. This, according to Jennifer Harberry, a human rights lawyer, is one of many reasons why so many are fleeing their homes, looking for safety, even in the land which created so many of their problems. Another reason, of course, is the free trade agreements going back to NAFTA and the corporate control of their economies going back to the 19th century, which only exacerbated an already depressed economic situation for so many farmers and others. But right now, the focus needs to be simply to treat these migrants as human beings, not pawns for a sociopath to further a political agenda.